Hey guys, Vincent here. Welcome to the sequence of July 2020. We are just back from the lockdown. Everybody, including myself, is rusty. We have put a few kilos. That's absolutely fine. We are going to take it easy today. We will bring our attention on arms and what the arms are supposed to be doing on the floor, how they can be a very useful tool for us to decipher what's happening and diagnose a few problems that we can encounter when it comes to being efficient on the floor. Arms translate way more what's happening in your floor work than you think, and they don't get the attention they deserve. So we're going to start with our transition to the floor. Our transition to the floor is basically a hybrid between a back slide and a 90-90. We're going to start with a 180 back slide. So to perform a back slide, we go in a side lunge where my pelvis is facing, where my knees are facing, and not towards this wall. And from that position, I'm going to pour the weight into the front foot, place my hands in front of the front foot with the fingers facing this wall. So I'm looking at this wall, facing the same wall with my fingers. I can lift that heel here to make it easier. What I want to do is keep my sternum towards that knee. If you start moving your trunk away from the pivoting axis, you will lose balance. So we are here. We perform a 180-degree rotation, after which we bring the knee of the extended leg down. From this position, we're going to bring that foot, so the knee has replaced the foot, is now anchored on the floor. We're going to lift the foot off the floor and bring it towards the other foot. Now for this one, you may want to use socks because the frictions on the floor can be uncomfortable, but we lunge, 1 and 2, and to bring, keeping my knee down, to bring this foot towards the other foot, I'm going to throw my body the other way. From here, the hand on the side of the knee that's on the floor meets the floor behind that leg, allowing me to bring my foot behind my bum and eventually to sit in the 90-90. So, at first, it looks a bit clunky, and that's absolutely okay. You want to be soft in the way you transition down to the floor rather than rushing and then just landing harshly on the floor, which is certainly not something you want to do with your knee. So 180, I release the toes, knee down, hand down, bum down. From here, I'm going to create a transition from what my legs did with my hands. My hand is going to meet the floor as far away from my center of mass as possible to allow me to bring that elbow down softly. From here, we're going to roll and finish on our back. So one last time, I lunge and here. The better you get, the more you want to bring all the elements of that movement together so that you're already reaching for the floor with your opposite arm before the pivot of the knee has ended. From here, we're going to slide on our back and we get into step 2 of the sequence. From this position, I'm going to throw my legs on the side, slide my right foot, so I'm going to the left side, to have both shoulders on the floor, but my legs crossed, facing the left. I'm going to go on my left shoulder and end up in some form of a fetus position. From here, I'm going to perform what we call the mermaid. So to perform the mermaid, I bring the hand that's on the floor under my hips. To do so, I'm going to push on both feet to lift my hips off the floor. Create a gap under my hips, bring that hand under it all the way back to in front of my face. We are on our back. We cross the legs first, lift the shoulders second, push on the feet to lift the hips off the floor, bring the hand down, under and over. From here, the air hand, the one that's on top of the ground hand, is gonna go overhead, driving my body back to on our back. And then we're gonna keep rolling this way. We are here, and legs, and arm, and back. Other side, legs to the right, left shoulder off the floor, the right hand goes under the hips, goes back over the head, the left hand drives the opposite motion that follows, we end up on our back. Before you even move forward, I want you to go into a loop. 1 and 2. Now what's likely to happen here is you are going to slow down when it gets complicated, when it gets hard. When does it get hard? When we have to bring our hand under our hips, and you need to avoid that. You need to be able to anticipate the lifting of the hips so that this thing here doesn't happen. If your hand, or your foot for that matter, that is landing on the floor slows down, you are showing to everyone, including yourself, that you are struggling, that you haven't nailed the movement just yet. And the whole beauty of this is for us to anticipate the support placement so well that we don't have to stop anymore. Now, once we have done that, we're going to perform the whole sequence from the very beginning, and then we will fall.